asses.
Alright, I am gonna have to be the one to invite you guys in, right? Okay. Get you guys in. Open skills.
Yes, ma'am.
Johnny, where the fuck are you? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Kind of doing my own thing. There we go.
Okay, 50. There we go. Alright, guys, so this is the official live stream for the Star Wars The Last Jedi discussion. We got a total of 3 different channels, 4 different channels in here. We got Victory Gaming Network, we have Johnny Oz and Alex. I'm gonna go and let them introduce themselves one at a time. Victory Gaming, I guess you go first. Go ahead.
Alright. My PlayStation name is OB Skills, my YouTube channel, Victory Gaming Network. So basically, I've been giving reviews and gaming pretty much since 2013, so that's me.
There you go. Johnny?
Alright, well, I am the salty fuck out of this bunch. I basically just fucking random gameplay and shit. And obviously getting pissed off as fuck.
There you go. He's our pissed off gamer.
Salty Johnny.
Salty Johnny.
Salty Oz.
And then of course, and then we have our seasoned podcaster that's new to YouTube. I got Alex in the house. Alex, we want to go and through your intro.
Yep. Yeah, so
This is interesting, bro. What I love about it is that we get to interact with a lot of the fans and stuff, and we each get to. It's real. You know what I mean? There's no.
Well,
there's
you
no
call them
here.
fans, I call them passerbyers.
Passerby.
yeah, so basically what we're all going to be doing here is we're just going to kind of be talking about the you know, our thoughts and opinions on The Last Jedi. So
Yeah, exactly. All right. So first topic. We might as well just get it out of the way. What's individual theories? What do you guys think is gonna happen? Brian, you go first. I mean, fucking Victory Gaming, you go first.
well, like I said, I haven't been following it too awful much, so I'd rather somebody else go first, to be honest.
That's actually a good thing. So, okay, and I guess a better question for you would be, what do you know going into Star Wars: The Last Jedi?
Literally the only thing that I know is from where I left off on The Force Awakens. Okay. So I know that, Luke is back. And I know Rey, I'm pretty sure Rey and Finn are both, going to be Jedi. And
you know that.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
And I think what may happen, again, this is just me speculating, I'm assuming Luke might actually kind of become the teacher, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, that's I believe that too. All right, Johnny, how about you? What do you feel? What you feeling?
I have absolutely no fucking idea about much of anything with Star Wars, but I did do a little bit of research.
Okay.
And I watched through a couple of the movies, like some quick look-throughs. But a lot of the plot in there is a bunch of ex machinas, where it's just really convenient that a lot of shit happens.
Yeah.
So, like, with... yeah, so...
Ooh.
So they're the original Jews in this case.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, dude. Okay. And the reason why I ask you both of you guys, because I know Johnny has like nothing, you know, which is a good thing. That's one of the aspects we want here. We want people that don't know as much going into it to see what kind of reaction they're gonna get, and then there, I call them the beginners. And then you have your either the ones that know about what's actually happening, which is that's where Victory Gaming comes in, and then you have me. I'm like a level from a 0 to a 5. I'm like a 4. I feel like I know a lot about the movie, and then you have a fucking 5. That's where fucking Alex comes in. Okay.
Right. So, and I think honestly, the environment we're trying to create here as well is we're trying to create an environment that is good for either newcomers, hardcore fans, or just casual fans. So.
Exactly. No, I agree with that 100%. So I guess here comes the interesting theories, and that's
so I'm not even gonna give my theory then. Cool, great.
Yeah, me and Alex are actually admins for a theory and analysis association for Star Wars. So this is pretty deep to what we usually do on a daily basis. But basically, what I think, or the best theory that I want to happen. I don't know if it is going to happen or not. I have a feeling Kylo Ren is making his move over to the light side.
Honestly, I think after watching The Force Awakens, I kind of feel like that's something that will happen eventually.
Yeah. Now, whether it happens fully, and this one is that's kind of up in the air, but
because honestly, I think the thing here with Kylo Ren, he's obviously a lot like Darth Vader. And if you remember, Darth Vader eventually came over, in the end, but he died.
Yeah.
So Kylo Ren is kind of reminding me a lot of Darth Vader here, which obviously makes sense. And I don't know if Kylo Ren will really, return completely over to the light side, but you do throughout The Force Awakens, you do kind of see how he's kind of being manipulated a lot like Vader, and he kind of has these times where he kind of second guesses himself on what he's doing and stuff like that.
Also, on another thing that I think real quick is the fact that I think the people that are making this movie know that. I think they understand that we're automatically going to try to relate these characters to the old characters, and I think they did that with the setup of The Force Awakens, how everybody compares it a lot to A New Hope. And I have a feeling that with this one, The Last Jedi, they're going to go a completely different route, and it's going to fucking mind blow everybody. That's at least what I think they're doing. I think they're doing it purposely, and I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, right? But I think it's done purposely just to get us to really think about it. Exactly.
Get a nice good blindside shot on you.
Right. Right, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that Snoke is kind of manipulating Kylo, kind of similar to how Palpatine, kind of similar to how Palpatine did with Vader. Right.
I agree.
Right, and see, I think honestly the thing with Vader here, I think because I know I'm comparing Kylo, like I said, to Darth Vader a lot, but the thing with Darth Vader is I never really saw Darth Vader as evil. I saw him as somebody who was just dealt a really really shitty hand in life.
No, you know what?
Well, yeah, you know the backstory and everything of it, of how he led up to becoming Darth Vader.
Yeah, I've watched.
Yeah, the whole thing of like trying to. I did a little bit of research, but yeah, he does all this try to save his wife and everything.
Yeah, I mean that's why I say I never really see him as somebody that was evil. I see him as somebody that's just really fucking pissed because of the shitty hand that he was dealt. And not only that, but he was also being manipulated by Palpatine the whole time, much like how Snoke is manipulating Ren.
I have. No, that's true.
Somebody copy and paste a picture of Anakin on the screen and put bitch on top of him.
Have him like a crybaby or whatever.
No shit, right? He did complain about Tan in that. Was that episode 2?
But honestly, I think the thing too with Vader, though, honestly, obviously as he got older, I think he knew, obviously that Palpatine was using him. But I think the big thing too is that he also knew that he would not be able to defeat Palpatine. I mean, Palpatine was much stronger than he was. So I think, honestly, I think that's one of the reasons too why he never really just completely turned. Was because Palpatine was always much stronger than he was.
That maybe he was trying to still find a reason to live, He still fought even past that.
And plus the suit that kept him alive, Palpatine could just use his Force Lightning on and poof, he's dead.
True.
Right. Right, and
Oh yeah.
And this was the thing that Palpatine. I mean, well, you could say a lot of things about Palpatine, but you could never say that he was dumb. He was very, very smart, and he had this in mind the whole entire time.
Yeah.
He wanted, Right, but was Palpatine ever actually that strong, or was he just more smart and political than anything else?
Yeah, he was a political figure. That's basically what I'd say it is.
Right, but so he was never really strong necessarily in the Force or with sabers. He was just really intelligent, really.
He was like he was a dictator kind of strong. He had an army that could do anything for him, and some pretty hardcore guys who could mess up some shit, but him himself, probably not that powerful.
But I mean, he did defeat Yoda, though. Well, I mean, he didn't really defeat him, but he did kind of get the best of him. Right.
And I don't know if I'm right here or not, but he probably outaged him too.
Well, That's what I was going to say too. Yoda did for a while there. Yoda was, I mean, he was pretty old. I mean, he was
exactly. Yeah.
I think he was starting to kind of lose his touch.
He was working on borrowed life probably.
Hey,
I mean, honestly, I think if you took Yoda when he was younger and you took him and you pitted him against Palpatine, it probably would have been no competition at all. But the fact that, but see, again, this is all stuff that Palpatine foresaw. Like, he probably knew that Yoda was a lot weaker this time around as well. Like, he probably knew that as well before he even, you know, started plotting, really. I mean, I think...
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
I hope we have like at least one form of a Force code.
Yeah, you know that's what I was going to say. Maybe if it's not Yoda, I hope we get at least somebody. You know?
Hey, what if we get Jar Jar back and he's the last Jedi?
Oh God, no. No.
I will never watch Star Wars again.
That's Johnny. You gotta be kidding me. Oh yeah, of course. I'm just like, what's the worst thing I could say? Jar Jar.
Oh man, that's the worst thing to say to any Star Wars fan, whether they're hardcore, casual. It doesn't even matter.
There are some people though who are actually. Well, there are some people who absolutely love him. I've heard that.
I can't stand him. I thought he was annoying as fuck. Right. But he's so incompetent. It's like the court jester. Oh man.
Here's an interesting way they could take it though.
Rain Girls Gaming, how's it going? Welcome to our Star Wars discussion here.
If they took Jar Jar and he's actually the only one who can stand against it because he's so stupid. He can't comprehend how the Force works and whatnot. There go, it doesn't even affect him. He can't comprehend or even understand what's happening, so he can't react to it. Therefore, he's immune to it. That would actually be amazing, and I would love that.
That makes perfect sense.
I know this is like sacrilege to Star Wars here, but I remember watching Episode 1. And I remember Jar Jar Binks being introduced, and I believe, if I remember right, George Lucas intended for him to be like comic relief. But he's such a horrible character, though. Like, he's not... The only reason he's funny is because of how stupid he is. Like, literally.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it is funny. Well, it wasn't.
It was Jar Jar.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was Jar Jar Binks. That's true.
Hey, remember when he actually, like, I remember in the movie when he actually said that that's what he voted for. Everybody in the fucking like room was just like, oh my god. Like, everybody was just like face palming and shit. If you remember that, I don't know if any of you actually remember that scene, but.
Oh, dude, I remember seeing that as a kid. Oh, yeah.
It really does.
Boy, oh boy, if we could only learn that lesson.
There you go.
And there goes half the viewers.
We do have one viewer right now, by the way.
Okay.
So.
Yo, I got one question that we all got to take a stab at here. Okay, we all, it's pretty, you know, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, right? But we all know that she's, and it's been confirmed she's not coming back for episode 9. So,
well, I heard originally that they were going to try with via like CGI and everything, but I was like, no, just let her let her rest in peace. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the family said no to CGI. They're like, no, that they specifically don't want anything to do with CGI.
That's what well, when she had first died, I think it was like a day after she first died. I was seeing posts on Facebook where they were in talks about trying to like bring her back through CGI, but then later they ended like recanting.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I heard the same thing. So that
I'm assuming, since you said something about how her family was against it, I'm assuming that's why they recanted.
Probably, yeah, of course. So that being said, what do you guys think the outcome are going to be for General Organa in The Last Jedi?
I don't know. I mean, I know I'm probably gonna commit a sin here, but I don't know. Well, I mean, I think she'll probably die. I mean, in battle.
Now, do you think it's going to be Kylo Ren to take her out?
I would think so. I mean, I think if they're gonna send her, they're gonna send her out in a fitting way, and I think that would probably be a fitting way to send her.
Dude, I'm okay. Look, this is I've always been a Jedi. I'm all about the Jedi Order, and I'm a cop because of that simple fact. But I've like really gotten to like Kylo Ren a lot. I don't know why I'm so like Kylo Ren power and shit, right? If Kylo Ren kills Princess Leia, fuck him. Fuck him 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be so disappointed, dude. That'll be the biggest disappointment.
The way I am about it, though, I mean, would you rather her taken out by him or by some lowly soldier or something? You know what I mean?
No, I think honestly, what I think is gonna happen is that I think he's gonna like be ready to kill her, and then he's not gonna be able to, and then someone else is gonna go and kill her, and then exactly, and then that's gonna be like what's gonna help him be like, okay, you know what, fuck this, you know, I can't do this, blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
I was gonna say, I think. Honestly, the thing about Snoke is he reminds me a lot of Palpatine in the sense that he always has a plan, and for every plan he has, he always has a plan.
Yeah, but I mean, my God, dude, I hope that they send her off in a heroic way. Like maybe she dies for a cause. And another thing, this is another question that needs to be asked.
You mean like if when she dies, like maybe become a martyr or something, you know?
Yeah, something. I don't know. But here's another question. They killed Han Solo.
By the way, Rain, if you have any questions or anything you want to add to the Star Wars discussion, feel free.
Yeah, because we're gonna run out of ideas pretty quickly, I'm sure.
They killed Han Solo in the last movie, right? Whether he killed himself or not, or or Kylo Ren actually did kill him because he's an asshole. That still hasn't been 100% foretold. Now, do you think they're gonna give him a good reason for his death? Because other than Kylo Ren being a bitch, killing him, there's no actual real good excuse to why he did it. You know, right. I mean, we have the understanding of maybe he did it because he needed to do that in order to become a full dark side user or whatever. But I mean, that's not good enough. You're talking about Han Solo, one of the best Star Wars characters of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the character is iconic as fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
So I mean, I would hope to give him a better reason.
Talking about playing favorites here.
Or he died for a good cause, a good reason. Something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Han Solo knew that and therefore Han Solo kind of like sacrificed himself to save his son, ultimately? Or is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, that's been a big question.
Well, I think the thing. Well, I think the thing with Kylo Ren also is he's scared of Snoke.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not that he's scared of him. I think he feels like he owes him. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like
Right.
that's the father figure he always wanted because of the simple fact, like
Well,
Alex said earlier.
yeah, I mean that makes sense because I mean
away,
he like
you know what I mean?
you know, like Alex said, you know, he never had any actual parents
Exactly.
involved in his life, so I think Snoke has always been the closest thing to a parent he's ever known.
Yeah, I agree
So
with that.
even though he second guesses the things that Snoke has him do, at the end of the day, he's like, you know, he's the father
Hasn't led
figure
me
kind of
wrong
thing,
yet.
so he just trusts him to do the decision making.
Now, another question. What arcs do you think Rey's gonna go through? What's her initial ending gonna be for this one? Like, what do you guys think is gonna happen with Rey at the end of Star Wars: Last Jedi?
I would like to think that she's gonna become like the next in like the Jedi, like the line of Jedi.
Okay.
I would like to think her and Finn are gonna be like the next big Jedi. Kind of like, you know what I mean, like to take the place of the original.
She's gonna start the rebuilding process.
Yeah. Her and Finn, I would like to believe that, yeah.
Bindu.
You're talking like Grey Jedi.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What you're referring to is a Bindu, correct? Yeah. That's that's their version of what we know as the Great Jedi. I got enlightened as well. I always called it a Great Jedi until I found out that it's actually a Bindu. I did my own research, but that's what I think they're going for. And when I hear the Last Jedi,
Right.
I feel that they're specifically referring to Luke. Now, because I have a feeling that his arc's gonna be one that's gonna fucking blow my mind. I feel.
That's what I kind of think of when I think of the title The Last Jedi. I think they kind of referring specifically to Luke as the Last Jedi as we know them.
Yeah.
And then I kind of think of maybe, you know, Finn and and Rey, basically, if they do become Jedi, I kind of think of them as maybe taking the place of the original Jedi and kind of rebuilding the Order. Maybe, I don't know, man. I mean, that's just my thing. It's my thing.
I mean, I like Finn. Yeah, I don't think Finn. I don't think Finn is force sensitive at all. I don't know why.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him with a lightsaber before, but that doesn't. You know, that doesn't always prove force sensitive. Though people can use lightsabers.
In an interview given to Mark Hamill, he specifically said that anybody could use a lightsaber, not only a Jedi.
Right, so, and that's what I was getting ready to say. So it was funny because when I saw people, when they were reacting to, you know, the trailer where Rey and Finn had the lightsabers, I remember thinking, because I'm like, but just they have a lightsaber doesn't mean that they're force sensitive. Anybody can use a lightsaber, but to use it properly and to wield the force altogether is an altogether different thing.
True, yeah, that's true. I think the one that is force sensitive, and it's kind of like a magic trick. You know how when you do a magic trick, you kind of want someone else's attention, and you kind of like you wave it on this hand, you know what I mean? But in reality, the trick's happening in the other hand.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they're doing that. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. I think they're doing that with Poe Dameron. There's no way you can fly an X-wing that fucking good and not be force sensitive. Awesome. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
This is interesting.
Nice. Uh-huh. Oh, nice. You see, I didn't know. Okay, so then that confirms my shit that he is force sensitive. Because, I mean, he's a fucking beast. Remember that scene outside of Maz Kanata's water thing where he just destroys everybody?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, it's Han Solo isn't force sensitive, is he? True, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Honestly, I think, like I said, I'm no expert, but I think the way this kind of works is I think everybody has some form of the Force, but I think what really makes someone truly Force sensitive is how much of it is actually in the parents, and then it carries to the child.
And the ability to manipulate it as well.
Yes. So I think the fact that, you know, like with Ben, for example, that I kind of think that he kind of has the Force kind of combined in him from both of his parents, which was obviously Han and, you know,
Leia.
and, Leia. So I think it's really a matter of the parents and how much Force they have in them, and it kind of carries over to the child. And I think that's ultimately what makes someone Force sensitive. I mean, like I said, I'm no expert. I mean, I'm sure Alex will correct me here, you know, if I'm wrong, but...
Well, you're the dude of this group. Well, congratulations.
Oh, nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds all. Okay, here's the next question. Hope you guys are ready for this one. Do you think Raylo is gonna happen?
I mean,
That's a. Yeah, I would. I mean, you know what? I have a massive feeling. I don't know if they're gonna end up like together, but I mean, like in a romantic way. But I think part of what Victory Game has to be you know, it's gonna continue somehow, and the ones that I think would be best to do it would be a Skywalker, which would be Kylo Ren, and then have this brand new, whatever the hell she is, but she's extremely strong in the Force. Have them continue the new Skywalker bloodline. You know what I mean? Like that. I mean, holy shit! Imagine the kids. You know what I mean?
You know, from where I'm coming from, though, I mean, there has to be another Jedi line at least. Maybe not whole order, but another line. Otherwise, Star Wars, you know, they would end. There would be no more movies unless you made them like, you know, about previous events or things like that. And you know,
but let's not forget though, when they released the title for The Last Jedi, they specifically said that this is a continuation of the Skywalker family. So
yeah.
You know, and unless they go hardcore obvious and make Rey a Skywalker, which when I first saw The Force Awakens, don't get me wrong, I was hoping for that. But now, giving it time to simmer, it's like, okay, that's a little too obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Way too obvious.
And I think the thing about Star Wars is they always kind of do this sort of thing where they'll make it to where people are thinking that something is going to happen, but then it doesn't happen at all. So they kind of trick people into thinking, you know, oh, this is going to happen. But anytime the answer is too obvious, it usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. And
basically,
I mean,
is what I'm trying to say.
Out of what I've heard out of some of the trailers, there has been some parts where you can clearly say Luke, you can hear Luke say, "Who are you?" You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's gonna recognize you right away, which is, you know, and going back to The Force Awakens, in the novelization of The Force Awakens, the scene where Kylo Ren's, you know, pointing his at the end of the battle when he wants the saber, he wants a Luke Skywalker saber, Anakin saber, and it shoots to Rey. In the novel, you clearly hear him say to her, "It is you." So he knows exactly who Rey is. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he knows exactly who she is. And I think he's having like some kind of an internal battle of, I know her, I just don't know where I know her from, or why am I so connected to her? Like I feel like if he knows that, and I think either they were both swiped and then completely just brainwashed. But I don't know if you also noticed, but whenever he's talking to Han Solo, he has two different tones. He has a real broken tone, like when he tells him that he feels conflicted and broken, and then you hear him talk about like as weak and foolish like his father. He's speaking like real, like I don't know, just different. Like it's a whole different tone of voice that he's using when he's compared to when he's just talking regular. You know what I mean?
Right. I know what you're talking about.
So I don't know, man. It's real. It's either here or there, and it's so mind blowing. But the whole thing with Raylo, I hope that does happen. Personally,
I mean, I think
That was a 50-50 shot at it.
I know I'm getting a little off topic here, but I think when Disney first took over Star Wars, I was kind of nervous about it because it's like I was kind of afraid that Disney would turn it into like a kiddie kind of thing, like they do with a lot of their stuff. But honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with the way things have turned out with Disney at the reins.
oh yes, of course.
I mean, Disney, they've gone all in. They're going all in with Star Wars. But I remember at first I was kind of iffy about it because I was afraid that they would try to take it and turn it into more family friendly, I guess you could say. I mean, it wasn't really not like that in the first place, but I'm pretty sure
More
you get what I
Disney
mean.
though.
Yeah, like
Because
they would try to
Disney has its
Disney-fy
own
it.
theme now.
But
Yeah, well,
I ended up kind of backtracking on that too because I was like, well, I mean, they do have Pirates of the Caribbean, and that's not Disney-fied at all. So I was like, I was kind of nervous at first because I was like, hey, this could go either one of two ways, and I'm satisfied with the way that it went. So.
oh no, that's like I said, man. Tomorrow's the day that we've been waiting for the past 2 fucking years.
Honestly though,
Hell yeah.
I'm
like
so excited.
what I'm thinking is when they say The Last Jedi, the first thing that did pop into my mind was maybe there's something new that's here, like, to hunt down the Jedi. Like, something totally new that we haven't seen before, and is here to, like, they have to
Like the Sith?
presumably kill them. Yeah, it's like basically
But
the hunter
wouldn't-
of Jedi.
But wouldn't the First Order kind of be that kind of role? I mean, if Jedi were more common. Right. 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 But see, I'm also kind of thinking too, and I know this is probably, like I said, probably not a very popular opinion or assumption, but I'm kind of thinking, I mean, because Luke is pretty old, obviously. He's getting pretty old now. I'm almost kind of wondering if, you know, maybe Luke doesn't die, but he passes on through maybe, you know, somebody, you know, like Ren or Finn or somebody.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, he transfers all of his
yeah,
power over to her. Like,
yeah,
gives her all of his powers and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm. I mean, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe could happen.
I'll tell you this one. I've never anticipated a movie more than I have this one. Even for The Force Awakens.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I was excited for The Force Awakens.
Oh,
but,
I was gonna say I was hyped as fuck for The Force Awakens.
no, I was, but not this hype. Not at all. I mean, I'm so fucking hyped. It's scary, kind of.
Well, honestly, the thing with The Last Jedi is this is a big culmination that everybody's been hyped for.
Yeah. No, you know what it is too, though. The Force Awakens did a really good job of getting you so invested into this kind of movie, to where you kind of feel like, okay, now I have to fucking watch it. You know what I mean? And when the movie does that, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's I think that's what it is.
Good note to start things off again. That
You think the mic just died?
Yeah, it just cut out.
Just died there, Brandon?
no, I think I cut out.
There we go. We'll
Honestly,
never know.
Though, honestly, though, I am actually going to go ahead and probably end my stream here because my mic's getting to. It's my mic's starting to cut out really, really bad.
Guys,
so.
it's been great. We definitely need to do this again sometime soon, God willing.
And I will end it with me dying.
And we're gonna end this with Johnny getting his ass sniped. But anyways, tomorrow's the day. We will see how it goes, and I'll try not to spoil it. I don't know when you guys are watching it, but Johnny and Victory. But I'll try my hardest not to spoil it. But you know what? And if yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Alright.
Other than that, shut the hell up.
You know what? And to be honest though, I am watching it again on.
Honestly, I think the thing here is like everybody here. If anybody here is actually as hyped as they claim to be, they'll have seen it by then at least.
True, very true. And like I said, I am watching it again on Sunday. I'm watching it in IMAX on Sunday. So.
Right. Cool.
Hopefully, you know, what I have been seeing is there's some reviewers, and they're doing so good at staying vague, and like you don't get shit from the reviews, and I'm curious as to why, but I have a feeling I'm going to be the exact same fucking way.
Yeah, thank you, Rain, for stopping in. It was nice having you, and yeah, like I said, I'm going to end my stream. So.
Yeah, me too, guys. It's been great.
Thanks everybody for watching, and yeah, it's been great.
I lived! Yay!
Podcast over.